Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in today. I'm Chanel from Stampin' Stilettos, and I'm here today with a super fast Father's Day card. Well, it's a dad card, so you could use it for birthday or Father's Day, and it really is a fast card. So it's using pun intended stamp set, also gorgeous grunge for the splodges on there, and the dad sentiment there is from Thoughtful Banners. And if you haven't seen this, pun intended, it is so cute. It really is a cute little set. Sorry I'm not too bright. Hilarious. I love you or what? Newsflash, you're awesome. Picture perfect. Snappy birthday. Happy B-day. Just because and be mine. Very, very cute set. Okay. So, the cardstock that you will need is a piece of Pacific point, which is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. So let's go ahead and do that. You'll also need a piece of Whisper White for the insides, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and a small piece of Whisper White, which is 2 by 4 1/4. Now, the stamping that we need to do, you'll also be needing Stays On, Daffodil Delight, Basic Black, Basic Grey, and Real Red. So let's go and do our stamping. Now, with the splodges from the Gorgeous Grunge, and taking your Basic Grey, I think this is everyone's go-to stamp set for, splodges. A very good set. So we're just going to take this and put this across here. You only should do the one. That's all I did. And that is that. Now, we're going to take the... Where did I put it? Oh my days. The light bulb image, and take our piercing mat, because these are photopolymer, and we're going to switch to this. We're going to be using Stays On, because we are going to be doing a little bit of and we're going to use our aqua marker. So for this this particular image, the next image is on the other one, you could just use Basic Black, but for this one on here I'm going to be using the Stays On. So just go up to the top and over to the side a little bit. And don't worry if that hasn't coloured in completely, because I just get my black, Basic Black Marvellous marker and just colour that in. Right, okay, so that is that. Then we need... I'm going to put my Stays On away, because I'll use the Basic Black for the other part of the card. Now, taking the Real Red and the I love you a what, I love you a what, I love you a what, we're just going to stamp that up. Actually, I can take that off now so you can see what I'm doing. We're just going to put that about there. And then the dad from the Thoughtful Banners, we're going to do in Basic Black. But of course you could put brother, uncle, doesn't have to be a boy card, you could do this in girly colours. So, that doesn't really matter. So that's that part done. Then taking your card base and bringing in some scrap paper. I'm going to use Basic Black again. And we need to stamp the light bulb again. And we're going to do the first one, comes down quite a bit, and just a little bit off the card, like so. And like I said, don't worry about that if it hasn't completely coloured in. It will. You can use your Basic Black marker to fill that in, and then bringing this one up higher. It was my fault because I didn't press long enough. That's better. No, it was my fault. And the next one, the last one, we're just going to do this. I mean, it doesn't really matter this side, actually, just a little bit off, I think. Right, that's it for the stamping. So we can put our basic black away. We can put our basic grey away. They can all go over there. Now I'm just going to get my Many Marvellous marker and just colour that in where I've missed a little bit, but that actually was my fault because I didn't press hard enough. That's why the Many Marvellous markers are fantastic, because if you know, we've all done it, we've all pressed down or not pressed down enough, and then you think, oh my gosh, I've ruined it. But actually a lot of the time you can fix it because we have the, you know, coordinating markers for the inks. And then taking your real red, and I'm using the fine point on it. Actually, let me take that and put that there. We're just going to colour in the heart. Now, you could do this on watercolour card, but I found that it was okay doing it as long as you don't wet it too much. So now you want to take your Daffodil Delight, give it a squeeze so there's some ink in the lid there. Now taking your aqua marker, I'm going to put a bit of water on my hands and just go around this. But like I said, try not to overdo it. I mean, our Whisper White card it's fine doing this as long as you're not going to wet it too much. There you go. And that is it, all there is to it. It doesn't take more than a couple of minutes to put this card together. So now you want to take your, I should have done this first, triple banner punch. Or if you want to make the banner, I should have done this first. But if you're using your banner punch, bring it down so that it's right at the end here, but in the middle. Let me just make sure when I'm sort of about there. And give that a snip, and that's that done. And then all I'm going to do is put a couple of dimensionals on the back. Like so. And we're going to pop that down in the middle here. And then, I mean, I haven't actually put anything in the inside, but of course you could put a sentiment. You know, what I wanted to do is leave this, obviously this says Dad on it, but you could make these up. And don't put Dad. So for instance, just make these cards up. I love you what. Put white in the inside. And then as and when you needed one, you know, like for friend, brother, uncle, cousin, whatever, you could then stamp inside, you know, what you need. I do that with quite a few of my cards actually. I'll just leave them kind of open to, oh my gosh, I can't see what I'm doing. That is a little bit over, I think. Let me just bring this off camera a minute because I can't see for some reason. The light in here is not very good today. Oh, actually, it's just right. I'm just going to pop that down. Like so. Okay, that's done. Sorry, I don't know the light in here. I couldn't quite see. That is a little bit over, so I will trim that down. So, this is your card. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial, and like I said, you know, leave the Dad off and maybe leave it open to put in whatever you want on it. But thank you for watching this case card class, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, bye bye.